So a very quick hot lap session to make sure the track is ready to go. The pace truck's set to return to the Speedway. And very shortly, the cars will begin to line up, and that means we are getting closer to that world-famous four-wide salute to the fans presented by Whiskey Myers. So many things that we need you to do to help us out with that four-wide. First of all, get the balloons ready. That Gold Cup tradition is back in 2022. I want you to get out your phones and take a picture of the four-wide. Share that four-wide with the hashtag WM4Wide for a chance to win 2 tickets to see Whiskey Myers live and an autographed copy of their latest album, Torneo. And while you've got your phones out, we want you to light up the lights on your phones and light up the Silver Dollar Speedway and the World of Outlaws, stars and cars when they go four wide here tonight. And the field now told to accelerate up to the pace truck. Rows of 2 now forming behind the pace vehicle. They make their way into turn 3 and now toward corner number 4 where they get the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. Whiskey Myers presents the World of Outlaws four-wide salute. The drivers are thanking you for your attendance this evening. In return, we want you to stand, make some noise, and show your appreciation for their efforts here all week long. Silver Dollar Speedway, you wanted the best. You got them four abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. Caution lights out around the Silver Dollar Speedway, ready for green flag action at the stripe in turn 4. Jacob Allen and Brad Sweet from the front row. Carson Macedo and Ryan Timms in row 2. Logan Sheward and Shane Golobic in row number 3. We are going to stay under yellow flag conditions. Report of a setup block on the Speedway over in turn number 3. Setup block being removed from the racing surface. So now it looks like everybody back in their proper positions. They'll get the 1 to go signal out of turn number 4. One to go. 40 times around the Silver Dollar Speedway with a $25,000 top prize. It's Gold Cup time. To the stripe and turn 4 into the green flag. Feature is underway at Silver Dollar, and Jacob Allen jumps to the early race lead. Brad Sweet right behind him in second. Trouble car over the edge of the banking in turn number 2. Caution flag will wave. It is Max Mitry in the 2XM. Max Mitry, who lined up on the outside of row number 7 in the 14th position. Yet another one of those 16-year-old drivers we've been talking about here all week long.
Yeah, and having a great Gold Cup, really. You know, to start 14th and probably one of his, you know, with I would assume less than a handful of Outlaw starts, and you know, being this young and really being fairly new to sprint cars. To start 14th at the Gold Cup Race of Champions is a pretty big deal for him, and unfortunate to go over the end of 1 and 2 here on the first lap. Looks like we have a Dirtvision replay here.
See if we can see what happened. Oh, bicycled big time on him. That was close.
Yeah, I wonder if he got up and like got where the cushion's still probably up there, and he just got up above it, and he's got so much grip, and then to hit that cushion with a fuel load, you know, it's just being a young kid, probably just running really hard. It's tough. You gotta, unfortunately, your stuff's gonna be really, really tight here in the first couple laps of a long 40-lap race, and almost bit him. So luckily he was able to save it and set it back down, and he's able to continue.
Talked about a handful of starts, just 2 410 starts here at the Silver Dollar Speedway this season before the World of Outlaws rolled into town. 17 overall 410 sprint car starts this season. Best finish 6th at Keller Auto Speedway. Caution lights are out. We try the restart. Still no laps in the books. Jacob Allen was able to get the advantage when they went to the green the first time. Green flag waving again. Allen again with the advantage through turns 1 and 2. Oh, and Tim's a little crossed up there. Drops back several spots there, but we got cars tangled up behind him. The 83T of Tanner Carrick, the 92 of Andy Forsberg. Looks like Corey Day may have gotten a little piece of that as well. But what a huge break for Ryan Timms, because he had dropped back a dozen positions at least.
Yeah, that's going to massively save him. He's going to get all the way back up to this 4th starting spot. Man, that had to be deja vu for Shane Golovic. Shane was driving around him on the first lap of the dash, and you know, Tim's had a little bobble. Shane ended up off the racetrack and losing a bunch of spots. So yeah, close call there. Luckily he was able to gather back in, and then really lucky to grab that yellow here. Man, I don't know, something happened to Tanner Carrick on the start there. He got off to a slow start, and they were 3 or 4 wide going into 1. Here's another Dirtvision replay.
Watch Ryan Timms on the outside of the speedway. The car just gets really, really loose on him. And I think Golovic actually got into him and straightened him back out.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah, he got up a little high, and yeah, it just stepped right out on him.
Tanner Carrick back underway in the 83T, slated to start on the outside of row number 8. He'll now have to go to the rear of the field. Another look at the Dirtvision replay. Oh, Chase Johnson got really sideways there in turns 1 and 2, and everybody stacked up behind him. Carrick and Forsberg unable to keep the cars fired, but yeah, Johnson was pretty out of shape there in turn number 1. And Logan, like you mentioned, these guys are seeing a racetrack completely different from what it was like when they were out earlier, and with a 40-lap feature, probably more fuel than they've carried here all week.
Yeah, exactly. Cars handling unlike they've seen all week, and yeah, full fuel load is definitely a different aspect. And yeah, I don't know if he wheelied or what happened, but Chase Johnson had gotten to the inside of him there. Chase had started the row behind him, and they both somehow went from the outside row to the bottom. And then yeah, Chase Johnson got real sideways in front of him, and luckily straightened out chase, but unfortunate for Tanner Carrick and Andy Forsberg.
So we hope the third time is the charm for the start of the Gold Cup Race of Champions presented by Reeves Napa Auto Parts for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Jacob Allen has been able to get the lead on the first 2 attempts at green flag action. He does so once again out of turn number 4. Brad Sweet to the top of the speedway, looking for a run on the Shark Racing 1A. Some cars bunched up in 1 and 2. Looks like everybody able to maintain control. Now Macedo to the inside of Sweet for second as they roll on to turn number 4. Jacob Allen leads the opening lap. Carson Macedo second. Brad Sweet in third. Side by side for fourth. Ryan Timms with a little bit of a wheel stand there, and that allows the defending champion Logan Schuchart to move into the 4th spot. Man, there are some tight race cars out here early on in this one.
Yeah, I see a lot of cars slammed on the right rear, especially in traffic. Shane Golovic is one I see that's really, really tight here early, but hopefully that means this car's going to come around good when it blows off here.
Already the leader approaching the back of the field with just 4 laps complete. Jacob Allen's advantage over Carson Macedo has grown to half a second. Those 2 run the low side in 1 and 2. Brad Sweet up on the high side of the speedway. In front of Jacob Allen is Blake Carrick's 38B. Jacob enters in the middle in turn 1. Carson Macedo keeping pace with him. Logan Schuchart getting a little bit closer to the 3rd place car of Brad Sweet. And again, Jacob Allen closing quickly on the back of the field. Allen now has to deal with traffic at the end of the back straightaway. Jacob Allen around the outside of Blake Carrick. In front of Jacob Allen next, a battle for position between Tanner Carrick and Donnie Schatz. Schatz to the inside of Carrick in turns 3 and 4. Track still lightning fast, not very wide at the moment. Taking a little longer to slicken off than we saw earlier this evening.
Yeah, definitely a little more water here. Oh my, Jacob Allen contact with Tanner Carrick there as he was going by him.
Close call for leader Jacob Allen. Made contact with Tanner Carrick, but able to maintain control, able to maintain the race lead now as he works to the inside of Sean Becker out of turn number 4. That allows Carson Macedo to get a little bit closer. Macedo now with a bid for the lead on the inside of the racetrack. Carson Macedo pulled even with Jacob Allen, but was unable to make the pass for the top spot. Both drivers run down low in 3 and 4, and Allen was better in 3 and 4 that time. Heavy traffic soon to be a factor in this one. A lot of cars right in front of the lead duo. They race nose to tail down the back straightaway. Jacob Allen on the point, but Carson Macedo right there on his back bumper as they roll into turn number 1. Ryan Timms closing back in on Logan Schuchart in the race for the 4th position. And now Brad Sweet closing in on Carson Macedo. Sweet looks to the inside in turn 1. Can't get by Macedo there. Brad Sweet suddenly back in the picture. Oh, Corey Day over the edge of the bank, and the wheel is off of that car, flying through the air, and the caution flag waves.
Yeah, he was lucky to hold on to that one. Something broke. I mean, the wheel obviously fell off, but it seemed to maybe break a wheel center or an axle or something. It seemed to snap down on it really quick.
I'm wondering if it's the axle, because that left rear looks a little tweaked as well.
Yeah, definitely some problems with the rear axle there, but yeah, it just obviously the wheel fell off. It hung a hard ride at full speed getting into turn 3, and I didn't know if he was going to get out to the concrete wall or not, but luckily he didn't get all the way out there.
Corey Day had worked his way up from 24th to 15th in the first 13 laps of this one. Running order looks like this. Jacob Allen is the leader. Carson Macedo second. Brad Sweet is third. And Logan Schuchart fourth, with Ryan Timms running fifth. Then it's James McFadden in sixth. Shane Golovic seventh. Sheldon Hodenshield is eighth. Caleb Henry ninth. And Mitchell Facinto completing the top 10. Logan, we talked about the fact that they were going to apply a little more water during that last rework than they did earlier, and it's taken longer for the track to get slick now. The cushion now just kind of starting to come into play.
Yeah, just finally starting to see a little black strip there on the bottom of exit of 4, and then a little bit there on 2 also. So definitely a little bit longer than I was expecting too, but it seemed to be all night that as soon as you do see that kind of little black strip, that from here on it seems to widen out really, really quick. So, we'll see if the characteristic stays the same, but man, I don't know what seemed to happen to David Gravel there early. He had a few problems there. He started 11th, and he's mired back into 18th.
Dirtvision Replay coming up. We talked about that close call for the race leader. We'll see Jacob Allen in traffic working his way into turn 3 to the inside of Tanner Carrick. And contact right rear to left rear there. Carrick lucky to hang on to that one as well, and Jacob Allen lucky to maintain the race lead. That's just bull ring action in heavy traffic.
Yeah, definitely. Super close call with open wheel cars. You never want to touch wheels with anything because it could go bad for either of them. So huge save there for Carrick to hold on to it, and luckily for Jacob Allen to not ride a wheel too hard.
Down to the infield and Chase Rodman.
You guys talking about the racetrack and how quickly it is changing. Was talking to the track prep guy who we honored earlier on with a special award, Lowell Morale, earlier on around the dash, and I was talking to him about what he was going to do to the racetrack before the feature, and he said, either way, whatever I do, you're going to give up either the first 10 laps or the last 10 laps of this feature. Either it's going to be single file really fast for the first 10, or you're going to get rubber in the last 10, and he said he would rather it be fast the first 10 or so and then widen out and then have a good finish to the race. So that's kind of what we're seeing here. Like you said, he put in a lot of extra moisture at the beginning of this thing, and now, like you just said, Logan, we're starting to see it widen out more. Lowell knows what he's doing, so I think it's going to turn out to be pretty good.
Absolutely. We've had fantastic racing the first 2 nights of the Gold Cup Race of Champions here at the Silver Dollar Speedway. Corey Day on the hook, headed back to the pit area. Believe his evening is done. There's definitely damage to the back end of that car. They will stop in the work area. He'll have 2 minutes to try to make a repair. Now, we've seen front axles changed in 2 minutes, but a little different story when there's something going on at the back of the car.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they try to do here. But like you said, the whole rear end seemed tweaked in that thing, so I don't know if when it broke it grabbed the axle on the ground or what, but they're looking at it but don't seem to be working too hard to get anything changed. I don't think they're too optimistic that they're going to get back out there.
Try to keep an eye on that situation. Now they seem to be a little more in a hurry, and I'm wondering if they maybe decided that it was just the wheel that broke on that car and they've got a new right rear on it. We can't see from our vantage point or from the camera view here, but again, the 2-minute clock is running for Corey Day in car number 14. We see the push vehicle now moving in behind it, so maybe things a little better than we had initially expected, because Corey Day seems to be nearly ready to return to the racetrack. We'll keep you posted on that situation as the push vehicle is ready. Now not quite so much of a scramble down there. It looks like the car is down off the jack. Push vehicle on the rear bumper. Let's see if... Yeah, Corey Day is headed back to the racetrack in car number 14. Car comes right back up to speed. He'll take his spot at the rear of the field. We'll go green next time by, but very quickly, Logan, I want to ask you, after something like that happens, how nerve-wracking is it the first time you jump on the throttle after something like that had just broken?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely makes you nervous, but you just got to trust the guys working on your car and know that they're going to make sure everything's good to send you back out there. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you just got to trust what you got. And man, Corey Day was the show in the B, and the crowd was really, really happy to see him come back out here. So I'm sure they're excited to see if he can get back through here.
Double foul restart in the Seafoam restart zone. Leader Jacob Allen choosing the inside lane, and we are back underway. Brad Sweet looks to the inside of Carson Macedo. The battle for second into turn number 1. Sweet pulls alongside. Ryan Timms gets by Logan Schuhart for 4th, and now Shane Golovic on the move. Sweet continuing to hound Carson Macedo. The big cat will be second as they cross the start-finish line. Shane Golovic now to the inside of Ryan Timms. Golovic 4th at least for the moment. Timms right back around him on the outside of the speedway. They'll stay wheel to wheel at the end of the back straightaway. Ryan Timms up high. Shane Golovic down low. Golovic into the 4th spot. This time by 15 laps complete in a 40-lap World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series feature. Timms looking to the outside of Golovic once again. Sheldon Hodenshield on the move around the outside of the 83 of James McFadden. What a wheel stand by Shane Golovic as he caught the inside berm coming out of turn number 4. Able to get the front end back on the ground, and Timms now all over over him once again. Sheldon Hodenshield making his presence felt here at the midpoint of this race. It is Jacob Allen continuing to lead it by 0.8 of a second over Brad Sweet. Golovic sliding up the racetrack. Ryan Timms, a quick look to the inside, thinks better of it. Now Logan Schuart to the inside of Ryan Timms. Timms turns it back underneath him. What a three-car battle for the fourth spot. Ryan Timms, Shane Golovic, Logan Schuart, and now Sheldon Hodenshield trying to make that a four-car dice down the back straightaway. 1 lap away from the halfway point. Schuart to the inside of Golovic. Golovic right back alongside him as they cross the start-finish line. Jacob Allen at the halfway point now. Still your race leader. Corey Day up to 12th from the back of the field. Corey Day charging forward. Day doing battle with Chase Johnson and Spencer Baston. Baston's in the top 10. Corey Day all over him. Meanwhile, traffic about to be a factor once again for race leader Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen closing on the back of the field, and Brad Sweet getting slightly closer in that Napa number 49. Corey Day up to 11th now from the rear of the field after the problem with the rear wheel, and now make it 10th as he gets by Spencer Baston and sets his sights on Caleb Henry. Watching Corey Day chart from the back. Oh, trouble right in front of the leaders. Max Mitry tangling with the 22 of Ryan Bernal, and the caution flag will wave. Second close call for the race leader in this feature.
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of bullring racing with, 24 cars on the racetrack, and you're just going to get into lap traffic really quick. The track's getting slick again, and man, Corey Day all the way to 10th. That's unbelievable. This early in the race, still 17 laps to go, and that was perfect timing for, looks like we got a Dirtvision replay here.
Take a look and see what happens with the 1A of Jacob Allen. Cars tangling right in front of him. We'll send it downstairs to Chase Rodman in the infield.
Corey Day, guys, is just absolutely unbelievable. I would put all the money in my wallet to say that he has been the fastest car all week, but he just keeps having these issues, spinning over the banking, having a mechanical problem. Logan, I think you're watching him as well, but when he slides somebody, it seems like the last couple times we've seen him out there, when he slides somebody, they don't even have a chance to turn it back underneath him. His car is just so good off the corner. Even when he slides somebody, I don't know what they've done to that thing, but I believe he is the best car on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, Ryan Bernal just pulled up next to Max Mitry. The replay didn't quite show it, but it looked like he pulled up next to him and said, "Hey, how are you?" Just checking him out. But yeah, like you said, Corey Day, the entry speed is just so much more than anybody else on the racetrack. He can clear a slider from 4 or 5 car lanes back, and then pick up the cushion and drive away from him as they turn down and grab the slick. He just gets in the moisture and drives right away. So lights are out on the pace truck. Should be interesting. All eyes are on the 14 right now.
We'll watch Corey Day. The caution flag gives Jacob Allen a clear racetrack once again, but Brad Sweet keeps pace with him on the restart. 3 wide for third through turns 1 and 2. Brad Sweet slides Jacob Allen, but Allen returns serve down the back straightaway. Jacob Allen on the top with the race lead. Brad Sweet down low running in the second spot. Carson Macedo third. Logan Schuart now fourth. Now Macedo trying to slide Sweet for the second spot once again. Corey Day, meanwhile, shuffled back through the pack a little bit. Now a problem for Shane Golovic over the edge of the banking on the back straightaway. He's dropped back numerous positions. Race for the third spot. Down low, Carson Macedo. Up high, it's Logan Schuart, the defending Gold Cup champion, around the outside to take the third spot back once again. Jacob Allen continuing to lead the Gold Cup race of champions with 26 laps complete. David Gravel now starting to roll forward in the number 2 of the Big Game Motorsports car. Good on the bottom of the Speedway. Gravel advances now up to the 8th spot. He had dropped way back in the field earlier in this one. Now he is coming forward.
Yeah, even with some nose wing damage on the 2, must have had contact early, maybe why he dropped to the back, but now looks like his car's coming to life and he's driving right back by these guys.
David Gravel up to 7th now in car number 2. Leaders approach the back of the field once again. It is Brad Sweet, the meat in the Shark Racing sandwich. The leader is Jacob Allen. Third is Logan Schuart. Carson Macedo runs fourth. Sheldon Hodenshield now into the top 5. 10 laps to go, this time for Jacob Allen, looking for the biggest win of his career. A little bobble by Brad Sweet on the cushion. Now Logan Schuchart trying to capitalize. A slider to the inside in 3 and 4. Logan Schuchart by a nose across the line, but the caution flag waves. Car on the outside of turn number 2. I believe that's James McFadden. J-Mac over the edge of the banking in turn number 2.
I'm noticing a lot of cars get tight in the middle of 1 and 2. Possibly a big hole down there. There's a pretty decent hole there in the first few nights here that we saw in qualifying mostly. But starting to see a lot of guys bobble. That's how Shane Golobic ended up over the edge there. And a lot of guys getting really tight there right in the center as they're trying to pick up the cushion.
We have 31 laps complete, 9 laps to go. We'll take a look at the Dirtvision replay and see if we can determine what happened. Donnie Schatz charging late in this one. Schatz now into the top 10 after nearly going a lap down. Oh, trouble contact between Corey Day and the 83 junior of Kerry Madsen. Day and Madsen were racing for 10th. They got together on the high side in turn number 4.
Yeah, it looked like Day made pretty hard contact with the wall there. I'm not sure if the left front's going to be too damaged to continue or if he's going to be able to fire back off.
Dirtvision replay coming up. Boy, Corey Day had gotten the cushion, and looks like Shane Golobic got a piece of Corey Day as he was going by, so we'll keep an eye on the 57 as well.
Yeah, that's a bad couple laps for the Roth Motorsports cars there. Both 83 cars in 2 laps get run into and you know, over the edge of the racetrack.
So 33 laps now complete, 7 to go. Shark Racing running first and second in Chico, California. Jacob Allen the leader, Logan Schuchart second, Carson Macedo third, Sheldon Hodenshield fourth, Brad Sweet fifth, David Gravel now up to 6th, Spencer Baston 7th, Ryan Timms 8th, Donnie Schatz 9th, and Caleb Henry now restarting in the 10th position. And again, Donnie Schatz running in the 9th spot. Nothing too spectacular there except for the fact that he nearly went a lap down earlier in this one. You see how he won 10 championships, just being able to stay in the race and make the car come to him later on.
Yeah, Donnie will be the first to tell you Chico is not his favorite racetrack. And yeah, like you said, he was on the verge of getting lapped there early by Jacob Allen and caught a yellow. And now he's, you know, just picking them off one at a time and avoiding the wrecks. And he's going to find himself inside the top 10 here late in the race.
Caution lights out. Seafoam restart zone at the cone on the front straightaway. 33 down, 7 laps to go. Back underway. It's starting to get a little tricky on the cushion. Brad Sweet and Sheldon Hodenshield battling for the 4th spot. Sweet slides Sheldon, but Sheldon comes right back at him on the inside of the speedway. David Gravel gaining ground on those two, and Jacob Allen pulling away in the front of the field. This time by, there are 5 laps to go in the Gold Cup. Traffic may be a factor the last lap or two, maybe. Donnie Schatz working the inside lane, coming after Ryan Timms for the 8th spot. Spencer Baston right in front of them. Jacob Allen getting closer to the back of the field. We've got 3 laps to go. How does he handle traffic coming to 2 to go? Right through the middle in 3 and 4. Gets to the cushion, but now Logan Schuchart closing in on Jacob Allen. Heavy traffic now for the lead duo down the back straightaway. They'll race to the white flag. Logan Schuchart, a chance to repeat as a Gold Cup champion. He'll have to pass his teammate to do it. He makes the move to the inside, can't get it done. White flag waving. Final time around the Silver Dollar Speedway. Both drivers at the top in turns 1 and 2. A little bobble by Schuchart there. One last opportunity into 3 and 4. Carson Macedo trying to make it a 3-car race at the line. At the line. Who is it? Jacob Allen wins the Gold Cup by 5/100ths of a second after getting into the wall, coming for the checkered flag. Unbelievable finish to the Gold Cup Race of Champions.
Yeah, I was on my feet there, John. That was awesome. I don't even know what to say. Jacob Allen just drove it straight into the fence to get across the line and barely snuck by his teammate.
Unofficially, your top 10. Jacob Allen, the winner. Logan Schuchart in second. Carson Macedo third. Sheldon Hodenshield fourth. Brad Sweet fifth. David Gravel sixth. Spencer Baston seventh. Ryan Timms eighth. Donnie Schatz ninth. And Shane Golovic 10th. Top finishers to the scales in the pit area. Minimum weight requirement 1,425 pounds with a driver in the car. Unbelievable stuff from the Shark Racing teammates. Logan Schuchart was ahead of him coming out of turn number 4. Jacob got to the cushion and got into the wall. We'll watch that final part of the last lap. Again, that little bobble on the cushion by Logan Schuchart, but he came right back at Jacob Allen, and Jacob dealing with 2 cars right in front of him. Schuchart nudges in front. Jacob taps the wall and still gets to the line first. Again, that margin of victory, 5/100ths of a second.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that to end the race. And like Rodman said earlier, Lowell Morale was looking for the last 10 laps to be great, and they were really, really good there. So unbelievable finish right into lap traffic. Logan Schuchart almost sneaks it out of him. Makes you wonder, if he's not his teammate, does he slide up a little higher?
Good question. Maybe that's something that Chase can ask Logan Schuchart there. We get word from the scales. It is official. Jacob Allen has won the Gold Cup Race of Champions at Silver Dollar Speedway. The biggest win of his sprint car career. 4th full points victory of the season for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. The Pels Tire Service 1A rolling into victory lane. And the big embrace between Logan Schuchart and Jacob Allen down in victory lane. VP fuels checkered flag as Jacob Allen climbs up top to celebrate his biggest sprint car victory.
Yeah, baby. Awesome job, man. Hey, great job, bro.
We'll get Jacob over to the Gold Cup Race of Champions victory stage and talk about that spectacular last lap. Chase Rodman awaiting our feature winner.
How about it one more time, Chico, California? Jacob Allen is the winner of the 68th Gold Cup Race of Champions. And my friend, I thought Lincoln Speedway, your win there was going to be the biggest of your career. Then you go out to Knoxville, you win a prelim night. But this one, it doesn't pay $10,000. This one is $25,000. You just won the freaking Gold Cup, man.
Hell yeah, baby, let's go. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I think as a team, you know, me and Logan dream about running, you know, 1-2, and to have a finish like that is so awesome. I mean, usually everybody takes like one more extra lap after the checkered. I smoked the wall. I was just waiting for Mike to say 1S or 1A. couldn't believe it. This is so amazing. You know, what a deal this is.
Absolutely insane. Tell us about that last lap. I mean, the last corner, you had 2 lap cars right in front of you, and it looked like you tried to go to the middle, but no grip there, and then came up to the wall just to find anything you could to get some traction down the straightaway.
Yeah, pretty much that was the only traction I was able to find, is somewhere, you know, basically right there at the wall to grip it. I didn't really know, because the lap before I seen Logan show his nose, and you get right up on that lap car, so it's either the option of like you just slow your pace down and roll that top line on the lap car's bumper, because I didn't really have a great opportunity to slide him. So in hindsight, I feel like that was probably the better thing to do, but man, I can't believe I just won the Gold Cup. I mean, what a deal, man. Like, I mean, Shark Racing won too. Logan won this event last year, and I won it this year. And all week long, or the last couple days, all I keep hearing about is your average finish is 24th, 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 but a second and a first is pretty damn good in my eyes.
And I'll tell you right now, man, before the race, I said that Jacob's got to have a bottom if he's going to win this race, and you absolutely proved me wrong. Logan Seavey called me out up there in the tower and said I was totally wrong. You hustled that thing on the top the whole way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like you guys doubt me a little bit, but you know, I'm figuring out how to set, you know, me and my guys are figuring out how to set up these cars, and I'm getting better as a driver. So it's okay if people don't want to believe in me or anything like that, but as a team, we believe in each other, and I think that's what makes it happen.
How about it? Silver Dollar Speedway, Jacob Allen has won the 68th Gold Cup Race of Champions. Second place finisher Logan Schuart standing off to the side of the stage over here. And Logan's watching Jacob hold up the check here, but Logan, my goodness, coming so very close there at the end of that race. It looked like you had the win. Did you think you had it at the line?
I honestly didn't know. I know Jake kind of got in the wall there coming to the finish, and I thought maybe because he got into the wall on the front end in there that we might have won. And, you know, anytime a race is that close, you go to the backstretch, look at the scoreboard, but it doesn't help you when there's 2 1s on the board. So I just kind of waited until Mike said something, but either way, I'm pumped. That's about the coolest outcome that, you know, we could ask for. You know, I was doing an interview before the race, and I said, you know, it's just be awesome for 2 PA boys to be racing up front in the Gold Cup on the West Coast, you know, one of the most prestigious races, and just very proud of him, proud of my team. Ron, Todd, we worked very hard, Bill, and everybody on the 1A. So Tyler, Lucky, they do a great job. My grandfather, I know he's pumped. So just an awesome race, photo finish. You couldn't ask for much more.
The guys in the tower are wondering if that wasn't Jacob, if that was anybody else in the field, would you have maybe squeezed him a little bit more there?
Definitely would have ran him up the track a lot more if it was anybody but Jacob. But we're going for 25 grand. You know, when it's family, you're going to give and take a little bit more, not much, maybe a little bit more, but it probably would have changed the outcome a little bit if it was somebody different. But pumped for him, Hannah, our whole family. It's just an awesome family effort to be out here. All my sponsors, Dryden, Duramax, C&D Rigging, NGK Spark Plugs, Williams Grading, L&M Tire and Wheel, everybody that's a part of this deal. So thanks to all the fans for coming out, everybody for trying to make this event bigger. It was a lot of fun this year, and we'll try and come back and get it on the pole next year.
All right, Logan Schuart nearly goes back-to-back at the Gold Cup Race of Champions. Carson Macedo now standing here, 3rd place finish tonight. Carson, I know how bad you want to win this race, but on the podium once again, very close, but unfortunately got to wait till next year to try and get another Gold Cup.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was really racy there. I think my guys did an incredible job. Philip, Clyde, Nate, they gave me a car to win. I think I just, man, it just seemed like every time we would kind of get to that tail end of the field, the caution would come out. I really felt like I needed traffic to mix things up to be able to make aggressive moves to get up there in the lead. But you know, ultimately, Jacob and Logan did a great job. They ran a really good race. I thought it was cool to watch the photo finish right behind them coming to the line. I wish I could have been there with them, but you know, it just didn't work out that way tonight. So hats off to my team, Dennis Albaugh, 41 car, Charlton & Son, Complete Parts and Equipment, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Royal Jones and his family are here tonight. So we're really happy to have them in the house. The Sage family, Bolts family, Myers Contractors, High Performance Lubricants, Maxim Chassis, Kistler Engines, Factory Cane Shocks, Dirt's Incorporated, Dissolve Alloy, Liquid Trucking. Man, there's a long list of great people that help us out. We're thankful for every one of them, and just a little bit bummed out we couldn't get the win for them tonight.
Well, he's going to head back to his home track next weekend and try and pick up the win at the Tom Tarleton Classic. Carson Macedo finishes up in third. Logan Schuart, Jacob Allen, photo finish at the line. John, this is a Gold Cup we will not soon forget.
Absolutely. What a fantastic revitalization of one of sprint car racing's biggest events. We'll give you the full field rundown here. Jacob Allen with the win in the 1A, second the 1S of Logan Schuart, third the 41 of Carson Macedo, fourth the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield, and in fifth the 49 of Brad Sweet. Finishing sixth, car number 2, David Gravel. Seventh was the 5 of Spencer Baston. Eighth, the 5T of Ryan Timms. Finishing ninth and getting the KSE Hard Charger Award, the number 15 of Donnie Schatz. And in 10th, the 57W of Shane Golobic. 11th, the 88N of DJ Neto. And 12th, the 17M of Caleb Henry. 13th, the 22 of Ryan Burnell. And 14th, the 41S of Dominic Selzy. 15th, the 2XM of Max Mitry. In 16th, the 83 of James McFadden. 17th, the 83 Junior of Kerry Madsen. 18th, the 24 of Chase Johnson. 19th, the 14 of Corey Day. 20th, the 83T of Tanner Carrick. 21st, the 21 of Mitchell Facinto. 22nd, the 38B of Blake Carrick. 23rd, the 83V of Sean Becker. And in 24th, the 92 of Andy Forsberg, with Jacob Allen leading all 40 laps of the feature. And again, that margin of victory, 5/100ths of a second. Well, Logan Seavey had a chance to watch the final night of the Gold Cup Race of Champions from here in the booth at the Silver Dollar Speedway, and couldn't have asked for anything more, especially that conclusion.
Yeah, definitely not. Like I said earlier, this is a race I grew up to, coming to as a kid, and this is, the biggest outlaw race. Looks like we got a Dirtvision replay.
We're going to watch the last 2 laps at full speed to find out exactly how that finish transpired. Into traffic there with Jacob Allen leading it and Logan Schuart closing. They take the white flag again. 2 cars racing for position right in front of the 1A. Jacob mired up on the cushion a little bit, and again a slight bobble by Logan Schuart, but he was able to get it down to the inside of the speedway. And Jacob really kind of in the slick stuff right there. Had to get to the top of the racetrack, and again that bounce off the wall that may have actually just propelled him to victory.
Yeah, I think it actually did launch him forward. But yeah, as a driver, I thought when Logan went to the bottom there, coming to the white, I thought that was going to be the end of it. And he still even bobbled a little bit in 1 and 2, but Allen was so held up by lap traffic that he was able to drive into 3 really hard and get all the way back to him. So it just makes me wonder if Logan maybe got a little bit better run off of 4 or didn't bobble in 1 and 2, if it would have even been closer.
Well, that'll do it for us here at the Silver Dollar Speedway and on Dirtvision as well. Thank you to everyone who was a part of this fantastic week of racing action. For those of you watching on Dirtvision, we're going to go back to the studio and Dave Reef in Concord, North Carolina. On behalf of Chase Rodman in the infield, Elijah Jones with the Dwarf Cars, and Logan Seavey alongside me here in the booth. My name's John Gibson. Good night, everyone.